71-year-old woman died in his sleep. 4. Bedtime habits you must avoid after 70. My dear brothers and sisters, tonight I invite you to pause and reflect on something we often take for granted: our nights. We close our eyes, assuming we will wake up to the morning sun. But what if we don't? This is the story of a woman, 71 years old, who went to bed just like any other night, peaceful, unaware that it would be her last. She never opened her eyes again, and while some may say, "That's the way I'd like to go, peacefully in my sleep," I tell you this: not all peaceful deaths are as they seem. Sometimes, it's the silent, unnoticed habits that pull us into the eternal night sooner than we expect. Now, I am not here to scare you. I am here to awaken you. There are bedtime habits, subtle, seemingly harmless, that can shorten our days on this earth. And my mission today, as your humble messenger, is to shed light on them before it's too late. Because life, my dear ones, is a sacred gift. Every breath, every sunrise, every single morning that we get to wake up is a divine opportunity. Do not let careless habits steal these precious moments from you. So, if you are over 70, or if you love someone who is, listen closely. For the sake of your health, your loved ones, and the life you have yet to fully live, let us talk about the 4 bedtime habits you must avoid after 70. This is not just advice. This is a wake-up call for the soul. Now, let's begin. Part 1. The Silent Thief. Sleeping with Unresolved Worries. My dear brothers and sisters, how many nights have you laid your head on your pillow, but your mind refused to rest? Worries about your children, your health, your finances, your past mistakes. Like restless ghosts, they whisper to you in the dark. But listen to me. Your bed is not a courtroom, and the night is not a judge. You were not meant to carry your burdens into your sleep. Science tells us that stress and anxiety before bed can spike cortisol levels, increase blood pressure, and put immense strain on the heart, especially in our later years. Studies have shown that persistent nighttime stress can increase the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even sudden death in sleep. Source: American Heart Association, 2021. But as a man of faith, I tell you this: the soul, too, suffers. When you allow worries to accompany you to bed, you are not truly resting. You are wrestling with shadows. And those shadows, my dear ones, can take you before your time. Instead, learn the sacred practice of release. Before you sleep, take a deep breath, close your eyes, and whisper these words: God, tonight, I lay my worries at your feet. What I cannot fix, I surrender. What I do not understand, I trust. And for the rest, I will rise tomorrow with faith. Do not allow the thief of worry to rob you of the gift of sleep. Because a mind at peace is a heart at rest, and a heart at rest beats a little longer. Part 2. The Poisoned Cup. Eating heavy meals before bed. Now, let me tell you a story. There was a wise elder in our village, strong even in his old age. One night, after a heavy feast, he went to bed feeling full, satisfied. But in the middle of the night, his breath grew short, his chest tightened, and before the morning sun rose, he was gone. This, my dear ones, is not just an old tale. It is a reality for many. Eating heavy meals before bed, especially after 70, puts tremendous strain on the body. The digestive system slows down with age, and lying down immediately after a large meal can lead to acid reflux, disrupted sleep, and increased pressure on the heart. Studies show that late-night eating increases the risk of heart disease, obesity, and even sleep apnea, which can silently cut off your breathing in the middle of the night. Source: Harvard Medical School, 2022. But let me tell you something deeper. The body is a temple, given to you for a time, and every choice you make determines how long that temple will stand. Treat it with care. If you must eat at night, choose something light. Warm herbal tea, a handful of nuts, or a piece of fruit. Let your last meal be a blessing to your body, not a burden. Because a peaceful night does not begin in the mind alone. It begins in the belly. Part 3. The darkness that destroys. Sleeping in total isolation. My dear brothers and sisters, there is a dangerous belief that as we age, we should withdraw. Sleep alone, keep to ourselves and not burden others. But listen to me carefully. Loneliness is not just an emotion. It is a silent killer. Many elderly people choose to sleep alone, not wanting to disturb their spouse, their children, or even their caregivers. But studies show that social isolation and loneliness significantly increase the risk of high blood pressure, depression, cognitive decline, and even premature death. Source: National Institute on Aging, 2023. But beyond the science, I ask you, what happens to a candle left to burn alone in the night? Its light dims, its flame flickers, and eventually, it fades away. God created us for connection, for companionship. Sleeping in complete isolation, with no one near, is a risk, both physically and spiritually. What if you have a medical emergency? What if your breath weakens in the night, and there is no one to call your name? If you live alone, take steps to ensure you are not truly alone. Keep a phone nearby. Use a small nightlight. Let someone check on you daily. And above all, do not fall into the lie that you must face your nights in solitude. Because in this life, the greatest warmth does not come from blankets. It comes from the presence of another soul. Part 4. The Silent Danger. Ignoring the Power of the Night. Now, my dear ones, let me tell you a truth that many ignore. The night is not just the absence of the day. It is a time of renewal, a sacred period where the body heals, the mind resets, and the soul prepares for another sunrise. Yet, so many of us, especially as we age, treat the night with carelessness. Some stay up too late, staring at screens, disrupting their natural sleep cycle. Others take sleeping pills unnecessarily, dulling their body's ability to rest naturally. And some even neglect the quality of their sleep, ignoring the signs of discomfort, poor air circulation, or an unhealthy sleep environment. Do you not see? This is not just about sleep. This is about how we prepare for life itself. Poor sleep increases the risk of heart disease, weakens the immune system, and accelerates aging. Source: Mayo Clinic, 2023. But spiritually, it does something even worse. It robs you of the energy to live your next day with purpose. So tonight, I urge you, honor your sleep as you honor your life. Keep your room clean, peaceful, and free from distractions. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule, treating each night as a sacred ritual. And most importantly, go to bed with a grateful heart. Because how you sleep tonight determines the strength of your tomorrow. Conclusion: the night is sacred. Treat it as such. My dear brothers and sisters, we have walked together through this message, and now, as we come to the end, I ask you to pause. Breathe. Reflect. Life is a fleeting gift, wrapped in moments we often overlook. We assume there will always be another morning, another chance, another day. But the truth is, we do not know when our final night will come. This is why I speak to you with urgency, not to bring fear, but to bring wisdom. There are things we must change. There are habits we must leave behind. We cannot allow worry to steal our sleep. We must not burden our bodies with heavy meals late at night. We should never allow loneliness to become our only companion. And above all, we must treat our nights with the same respect we give our days. Because, my dear ones, the night is sacred. It is not just a time to close your eyes. It is a time of renewal, of healing, of peace. If we mistreat it, we rob ourselves of the very thing that sustains our days. So tonight, when you lay your head down, do so with intention. Let go of the worries that do not serve you. Treat your body with kindness. Surround yourself with love, even if it is just a simple call to someone before bed. And sleep with gratitude, knowing that if you wake to see another sunrise, it is not just another day. It is a divine blessing, an opportunity to live fully, love deeply, and walk forward with purpose. For those who have already left us in their sleep, we pray for their souls. And for those of us still here, let us live each night as if it were precious. Because it is. Tonight, my dear brothers and sisters, may you sleep in peace. May you wake with purpose. And may you never forget that every breath is a gift. Go now, rest well, and may God bless your nights and your days.